Hey everyone, it's John Taylor. How are you today? Today is Monday, December 22nd, 2025. What a day. A lot of news today, not much on the economic calendar, but it's been a while. I haven't produced a video, but a lot of news going on. I'm absolutely crushing it on all my positions. Bitcoin's doing great, even though it's had a dippy dip. I've been able to trade it really well. Precious metals, man, I own thousands of these American Eagles. Check these out. These things, silver and gold bullion, brand new highs for silver, I believe, or gold bullion both. I don't know. Gold prices soared to a record high. I thought Warren Fluffett and Dave Ramsey said not to own precious metals. I always do opposite, what they say. So amazing news here. Let's take a look at it today. Go over. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk on this, and then we're going to go ahead and look at all right my different positions. MicroStrategy is doing great. Not a financial advisor. Make sure you read the risk disclaimers and not. It's opinion only. I have to say that. So let's take a look what's being reported on bar chart. Let's go over the news. Okay, S&P's up, crude oil's up. There's a naval blockade with Venezuela. Gold, new all-time high, I believe, at 4,452. Tesla's active, new high. Nvidia, Micron Technologies, Broadcom, Palantir, Meta. So stock index is higher on strength in tech stocks. So look at the DR Horton's news for home builders. Netflix news on it. Oracle may not be able to build its Michigan data center. So earnings preview for 3M, Fifth Third Bancorp earnings, United Airlines, China to impose up to about 43% provisional tariffs on EU dairy products. CBS is holding off on a critical piece on Trump's deportation policy. And of course, U.S. stocks rise in the start of the holiday shortened weekend. So Merry Christmas, everyone. S&P, let's look at the major market overview. All right. So S&P minis up 32 points, NASDAQ up 100 points on the minis. Dow futures up 189 points. The VIX hanging in there at 17 flat. The Dixie at 97.93. The 10-year at 112-110. Crude oil's up $1.30. Nat gas at about flat at $3. Gold again, $4,456 up $70. Silver bullion pumping at 68.72. Man. So coffee's up too. So had a nice coffee break this morning. See that? So what do we do here? And cocoa is up also 91 points. So let's look at the stock market leaders real quick. Tesla active, Nvidia active, Micron Technologies, Broadcom, Palantir's active, Meta Platforms, Google, Alphabet. Google's amazing. Alphabet is up, very active. Microsoft, Mr. Softy, and Advanced Micro Devices. So the tech trade is back on. And so this is what we have being reported on the bar chart. So while I'm on bar chart, I'm going to go over the commodities. I'm not a commodity trading advisor, so it's just informational purposes only. So silver bullion, okay, has 144.42 positive weighted alpha. The entire metals complex, silver, platinum, palladium, and gold, and Dr. Copper, all up. Now the worst performing weighted alpha that I see is orange juice at negative 51.68. So what is the most stock, the different commodity that we have here that has the longest shelf life, that's the most oversold, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a negative 18, about negative 19 weighted alpha. So I'm a buyer of Bitcoin and I'm a seller of precious metals. Now, I won't sell my entire position, but I'm doing great. I own thousands of these American Eagles, the Liberties, plus Canadian Maple Leafs, the Mexican Libertads. And so I'm a seller of silver bullion and taking huge profits out of it and then purchasing Bitcoin with it. So I sell the most oversold and then I buy the most oversold also, as far as its weighted alpha. So it's overbought right now on the silver bullion and then buying Bitcoin. So that's on the commodities. So let's look at the news headlines here. Larry Ellison offers $40 billion guarantee to beef up Paramount's Warner Brothers bid. The guarantee aims to address Warner Brothers board's doubt over Paramount's deal financing. All right, so you have Warner Brothers, okay. NASDAQ stocks lead higher as tech recovers. Nvidia aims to start shipping the H200 chips to China in February, and with that, Alibaba stock is active, and Nvidia is active, up 1.5%. Wall Street is uniformly bullish on 2026, and why that's a concern. Okay, Fed risks a recession if it doesn't cut rates next year. They're going to keep lowering interest rates now, a quarter point. I'm guessing 3 or 4 times in 2026. Circle CEO shares his 10-year vision for the company. Circle stock is up 3.5%. Clearwater Analytics stock jumps on 8.4 buyout deal. So Clearwater news. Gold, silver, and bullion hit record as U.S. ramps up Venezuela blockade. Netflix refinances part of its $59 billion loan for Warner Brothers. So news there. Oil gains as U.S. pursues third tanker off Venezuela. So, bam. Wars, rumors of wars. When is it a good time to purchase a house? Gold alternatives, how to invest in silver and platinum. AI boom is pressuring video game console industry. So the news on Microsoft. 5 questions for Netflix subscribers. What about Warner deal? So S&P erases December loss as gold hits record. So a lot of news, obviously, with the precious metals complex. I went heavy into the precious metals in 2008, 2009 during the GFC. So the AI trade, where risk is becoming apparent as 2025 closes out. News on that. Gold prices soared to record high. Bitcoin, I look back. So I've been crushing it on Bitcoin here in the last couple weeks, even though it's cratered down from 126,000, big dippy dip. I've been able to accumulate Bitcoin on the pivot points and doing great with it. Plus blockchain ETFs, BKCH. So stay with me to the end, running about 8 minutes. So I give free alpha at the end of my video talking about how I'm selling the American Eagles for huge profits. I melt them down also too, and then manufacture coins that I'm selling on eBay that are trading at a huge premium. So I sell those hyperinflated dollars and I'm purchasing Bitcoin with it on the dippy dip. So that's working great. So let's look at Bitcoin here, kind of go over it real quick. Been doing great. My channel hasn't monetized. Like I don't run commercials on it on YouTube, but it's monetized indirectly because it keeps me relevant. And then my viewers, you get to follow along with my trading plan, not financial advice. I got to repeat that over and over again. I was a financial advisor years ago. So I just give myself financial advice now and take my own Bitcoin up about 2%. All right, so I had a nice trade here in the last couple of weeks on Bitcoin. To me, that big dip on Bitcoin, when it dipped from 126,000 here and then dipped to, where'd it go? Dipped to like, where was it? It was dipped to like 100, about 80,500. That dip from 126,000 down to 80,000 to me was a nothing burger because I'm not on the margin and I've been able to continue to trade it and speculate it and buying at the dip. So just looking, kind of give some perspective here. I bought Bitcoin in this last couple weeks on this price retracement I bought some Bitcoin as low as 87,500, 85,000, 86,000, 88,000, 87,000, 88,000, 87,000, 87,200, 86,100, and then I've been able to sell it at 89,000, 88,000, and 87,000. So I've been trading it and it's been doing great. I don't trade on the margin, so man, all of you 100x leverage people, I tip my new Bentley hat to you. Check this out. Got a Bentley hat. Somebody complimented me on it the other day. So this is what we have, on Bitcoin. I bought the dip on Ethereum. I DCA Bitcoin every 2 weeks, and then I DCA XRP every 2 weeks also. So ETH has been excellent. Bought some ETH at 28.20, sold it at 29.45 for 100 or so point profit. Did great with it. XRP, I bought XRP at 101 spot 902, and it pumped, and I sold it at 196. So I took a nice profit out of XRP. So my Bitcoin position, this is great. This is the reason why my channel does so well, is that it keeps me relevant on the geopolitical news and the socioeconomic news. And then I can formulate a trading plan. All right, so on Bitcoin, here's the thing. It dips from 126,000. All right, my average cost basis on Bitcoin now is 93,502, and it's trading at 89. So I'm off, 4,000 points on Bitcoin. Now, I didn't trade on the margin, so I didn't get forced liquidated, so I own what I own, and that's great. So on ETH, I'm just kind of going over my portfolio. I own ETH, Ethereum, Ethereum, looking great. Stay with me to the end. Please give my videos a like and a share, and stay with me to the end. And let's get the word out. Please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. My average cost basis on Ethereum is 33.02 to the dollar, and it's trading at 3,041. So that's not profitable. Again, I continue to DCA it and trade it for a nice profit. Eventually, I'll trade my way back to profitability with it, but I've just got to sit tight and be patient. So, and now XRP, and everything that I had the drawdown in on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, I made it up, 10,000 fold on being diversified into the physical precious metals. So that saved me. So I thank Warren Fluffett and Dave Ramsey. They've earned me a fortune. My average cost basis on XRP is $2.67. And it's trading at $1.92, so it's not profitable, but I use it to anchor my portfolio. And I also own Solana. So Solana's doing great also too. So these are the crypto positions, kind of looking at it. And then, Robinhood is doing great. Took some nice profits this morning out of the S&P 500. The tech stocks trades back on. I traded BKCH for a nice, huge profit. So, let's see what's active here. Solana's up about 3% pumping. Very nice. So that's what I have as far as crypto is concerned. Let's look at my trading plan for today. Kind of go over it. All right, so, pardon me. I'm going to dollar cost average Bitcoin. I do that every day. A dollar cost average SPY ETF. I took a nice profit out of both Bitcoin and SPY here this morning. BKCH, the ETF, up 4%. I sold some this morning on the pump, on the breakout, after I DCA'd it for several days. Took a nice trade out of it. So I'll DCA BKCH. And Block, took a nice profit out of blockchain, BLOK, the Amplified Blockchain Technology ETF. Did real good with it. So trading it for a profit. And then I also own, what else do I own? ETH, ETHE. It's the ETF that owns Ethereum. So that's my plan for today. I'll dollar cost average Bitcoin, SPY ETF, the blockchain ETF, BKCH, and Block, BLOK. So these are my part of my trading plan. It's not financial advice. So let's take a look at that. Then, let's see what's being reported on CNN on the left. I look at both sides of the political spectrum. 8 Republicans who tested Trump in 2025. Paramount's new hostile offer. Warner Bros, Larry Ellison to personally PG $40 billion. CBS shelves 60-minute story on Trump deportees at the last minute. U.S. pursuing oil tanker near Venezuela after trying to intercept it. So things are heating up there in Venezuela. A lot of oil in Venezuela. It's a good, rich type of crude oil that the U.S. likes. So many times wars are fought on or over lands that are rich in natural resources. Mexico has a lot of silver bullion and also a lot of oil, if I'm not mistaken, too. And also Venezuela. Isn't Venezuela part of OPEC, if I'm not mistaken? A lot of oil. Man, Lake Maracaibo is loaded with oil rigs and oil refineries. And whew. So, okay, Vance receives mixed reactions. Okay. Nicki Minaj praises Trump in surprising turning point appearance. Okay, let's see here. A lot of news, Epstein news, and then Democrat lawmakers on redaction. Everything gets redacted. Okay, electricity crunch is driving high bills in these states, so a lot of people are paying up for electricity. Big sinkholes in England. Oh, man, Kennedy Center name on it, and Delta Airlines, and then flooding hits California. So this is being reported on the left on CNN. So this is the news there. Now let's look at Fox News real quick. Stay with me to the end. All right, let's go through the news here quick on Fox News. Okay, Johnny Carson's secret blacklist revealed as stars cross the late night king. So you get blacklisted. Trump administration makes massive energy announcement over national security concerns. Gone with the wind. So a lot of news with plasma energy, and looking at it. And then also the comet that flew by planet Earth here recently. Man, they're saying it's a possible alien spaceship. Conservatives are up on social media after Minnesota AG post about fraud. CBS reporter rips her boss to colleagues after 60-minute segment. Okay, Vance hits back. Pressure grows as Waltz as Comer unveils new action in multi-million-dollar scandal. Man, corruption. Chuck Norris remembers former spouse as kind and intelligent, so sorry for that loss. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. All right, Powerball jackpot. Price just got a lot bigger. How you can bring it home. So we got news on the right and the left here. So here's what we have, people. Great day. Get ready for the holidays and Christmas. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. It's John Taylor on his news desk, prop trading desk. Huge profits in the precious metals complex here on my trading desk. Huge profits trading also on the Bitcoin. Even though it's not profitable for me, I've been able to buy the dip and then trade it at the pivot points. Jesse Livermore said it best. Whenever I had the patience, running about 19 minutes, but whenever I had the patience to wait for the pivot point, I always made money in my operations. So I got nice pivot point trades on and DCA going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and also SPY ETF. So that's what we have. Check out the links below. You can always read my ebook. I'll put a new ebook there I just published recently on Kindle. So that's amazing. You can check it out, read it for free. And the book is titled, I'll put this in the links below, it's titled Surviving De-Dollarization. The Great Reset Has Arrived. So the precious metals is telling a story. Something's going on. I mean, if gold, silver are achieving new all-time highs on a short squeeze, then that means, we need to look at how to survive the de-dollarization. There's nearly $40 trillion worth of national debt. It's going to be rolled into the stable coins, the big beautiful bill and bailouts to infinity. And then, everything's going to go on chain. So I penned an ebook, How Do You Survive? And check out the links below, Surviving De-Dollarization. So this is how you survive it here. The narrative, you're going to own nothing but like it. But I don't own everything, but I do own thousands of these. So I'm going to be providing liquidity to the silver short squeeze that's going on right now. So everyone have a great day. Running about 21 minutes here on my news desk and prop trading desk. Thanks. And, I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. Everyone have a wonderful, great day. It's John Taylor on this news desk and prop trading desk.